Hello, thanks for joining me. This is Peter from the Property Club, and today we're looking at Ortigas Manila, Philippines, condos for sale. So I've really drilled down today, and we're just focusing on property pics that I found online for May 2019. Please read the disclaimer. Okay, thanks for reading that. Now, content summary. We're going to have a look at my property pics for Ortigas Manila in the Philippines, and we're going to look at live examples that I've actually found. So these are live examples, they're real, 100% real. I found them via trawling through the web on various websites, for example, Lamudi or OLX or Google. We're going to show property details, pictures and prices, and have a bit of an informative discussion on the local property market based on my personal experience as an expat investor living in the Philippines for more than 10 years. Okay, so the first listing is a famous building by the name of the Malayan Plaza. Now, the Malayan Plaza is located on ADV Avenue in Ortigas, and it's known, ADB is abbreviation for Asia Development Bank. Actually, you can see here this apartment. It's a really nice apartment actually. I like what they've done with it, especially you can see the nice couches here and a big view. You've got this really awesome view, just really open, and you can see this great view. You can see the floor to ceiling windows, so that those glass panels just really make the condo look really very nice, and I think it's a great building actually. I personally have several friends that own in this building, and I have actually lived in this building several years ago when I was living and working in Metro Manila. So it's a 3-bedroom, it's 120 square meters. Okay, the asking price is 16 million. Now honestly, this is one of the very best, most central locations in Ortigas. Now my offer, it's a bit low, being fair, is at 11 million. Nowadays, it's very hard to find something in the Malayan for under 100,000 peso per square meter. But I think, based on my personal valuation, that really, as a maximum, you should pay under 100,000 PSM per square meter. The other thing too is you need to remember there's less people buying in the higher end of the market. Most people are looking, 3 to 6 million peso, whereas this is in excess to 10 million. And I think you should be able to negotiate something down in this building, but it's going to take a long time to actually find certain units and negotiate. So I'd personally pay 11 million for this condo, knowing what I've seen in the past and the prices that have sold in the past. So don't let that deter you. It is a really good building, and if you did want to pay closer to 100,000 PSM, you're probably doing okay, to be honest. Okay, keep in mind 127 square meters. It's a modern building in the heart of Ortigas. So if you're working in Ortigas, or you want to find a really good investment and then rent it to those working in the local area, this is highly suitable for those individuals working in Ortigas. Now you can see here at the bottom of the listing, it actually rents for around about 95,000 per month, and it is currently tenanted. So that does make sense to me, honestly speaking. It does make sense that someone would be paying as much as 95,000 for this central location. The next is Residencia quadruple 8. So this 2-bedroom gem, honestly, I was a little bit reluctant. I already own property in the Philippines, and I think I'm at my limit of what I want to buy. But if I was going to buy something right now, honestly speaking, this is the best buy in Ortigas if you can get it discounted from the asking price. At the moment, they're asking 8.5 million peso, which isn't too bad considering the location is not too far from the CBD. It's not in the CBD, but it's not too far out, and it's still technically Ortigas, located on Pearl Drive in Ortigas, Pasig City. It's a 2-bedroom. It comes with a maid's quarters. I know these condos really well. They're fitted out very nicely, like you can see those old school kind of shell style marble floors, which are absolutely beautiful, really nice. A lot of the units are, refurbished the same way. You can see the marble floors and then the mirror just to make the unit look a lot bigger. The other thing is, if you look at the building itself, I like the fact that this is one of the last actually low-rise buildings in Ortigas. From memory, it's only like 15 or 16 stories. I can't remember exactly. And the other thing too is, being an older building, I feel that the construction was actually better, in the 90s when this was constructed rather than now. Especially when you're considering earthquakes and that sort of thing, I'd be feeling a lot safer living in this than a 50 story building. So just being honest there. The other thing too is you can see these mammoth sized balcony. You can't really see based on the pictures, but the balconies are huge and very nice, very nice. Downside for this, it is a little bit out of the CBD, so you got to walk, a fair distance to work in the middle of the city. The other thing too is most units don't have views and look at other buildings, so that is a bit of a downer. So if you get this under 7 million peso, I think it's good buying. So my offer is 6.75. The PSM offer is 55,000 peso, which equates to 129,000 US dollars. Okay, next is the famous Emerald Mansion. So Emerald Mansion is located on Emerald Avenue, Ortigas, which is the center of the BPO hub and the BPO industry. When we say BPO, we mean business process outsourcing. Okay, so that's really the call center industry in the Philippines. Ortigas is by far, I feel, the biggest and most bustling city when it comes to being a call center district. And this is in the heart of it because it's on Emerald Avenue, and most of the buildings located on Emerald Avenue are actually call centers. So it's a decent size condominium. It's 127.5 square meters, including the car slot. The asking price is a fair and reasonable 8 million peso, considering the fact of where it's located so centrally in Emerald Avenue, which is awesome. What would I offer? Well, I can't remember the date that these were built, but honestly speaking, the units are very, very dated. You can see some concrete cancer already on the building, a substantial amount. And some of the older style buildings in the local area have had issues in the past. I'm not going to lie about that. So you probably want to get a good price, definitely under 7 million. My offer here is 6.5 million peso, which equates to a PSM offer of around about 50,000 peso per square meter. So that equates to US dollars 124,000 US dollars. Okay, moving along. This is an interesting one. So I'm not actually familiar with this exact apartment building, but I am familiar with the area. And what I found in this area, which is Valluvar, which is again, along Julia Vargas, and it's just outside of Ortigas City. It is quite a nice area. You can see one of the big pluses is the dues are only 850 peso a month, which is just really, really low. Whereas a lot of these other buildings, like the ones I showed you prior in previous slides, you're looking at probably like maybe 100 peso per square meter per month. So an 80 square meter condo would cost as much as 8,000 peso per month for dues, just giving you an indication roughly about what it costs. So that's a big plus in my mind. The other thing too is this is low rise, so it's more of a like townhouse feel. I know there was even in this area of Valluvar some townhouses or townhouse style apartments that are actually they're on condominium title. So if it was a freestanding title, freestanding house or townhouse, foreigners cannot legally own those. But this, as a foreigner, my understanding, as long as it's on a condominium title, you can legally own it. And look, Valluvar is a great area. It's gated. It's an estate. It's secure, it's quiet, it's private. The only hassle is getting to and from work. You probably want to take a cab or grab a grab taxi rather than walk, because it's a bit far to walk, to be honest. But yeah, otherwise really good. Asking price low for a 3-bedroom with parking, which is 5.8 million peso. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out what the square meterage rate was, but it looks big inside based on the pictures. My offer would be around 4.2 million, okay, which equates to 80,000 US dollars. Okay, so the next is an older style building by the name of Renaissance Towers, and it's located very close by to the Metro Walk, and there's a new mall behind it that's also been built recently, so it's a beautiful new mall. This is an extremely large apartment, okay, so that's the plus here. If you're a family and you're thinking about, getting a large apartment, this is 237 square meters, which is 3-bedroom, 3-toilet and bath. The other thing too is, my understanding is these old units on the upper floors are actually sub-penthouse and penthouse lofts. So I've actually listed in bold here that it's technically a penthouse loft. I did have a friend that actually owned one of these years ago, and I remember we used to watch sports and drink beer, and it was a great environment, especially the high ceilings and the stairway up, so it didn't really feel like an apartment because it was so big. It felt more like a home, like a house, like a sky home, and that's why I really like this apartment. It is older. Dues from memory around about 100 to 120 peso per square meter, so it's not going to be cheap for Jews. That's the big thing here. If you've got a 200 square meter apartment, you might be up for as much as 20,000 plus peso per month just to pay for your dues. So that's like your homeowners association dues, building association dues. So yeah. So look, my offer is on this is 10.5. I think, look, it's pretty reasonable price already at 14 million considering the size, and there's a new mall and it's in close proximity to Ortigas CBD. So the price per square meter, this has to be the lowest price per square meter on the slides that I'm showing you today, which is 40,000 peso PSM, which equates to 201,000 US dollars. So it's a bit of a bargain, this one. Okay, next, this is awesome. Now it is a bit smaller and you do need to pay a bit more money, but this is an A-class building being St. Francis Shangrila. It's got an asking price of 8.95 million. A lot of the units are asking above 10 nowadays, okay? This is a corner unit. You can see the glass on each side, so it is a corner unit, okay? The example picture here. Beautiful corner unit, 60 square meters, and I personally feel, for a young couple, young people working, living in the area, this is a great apartment, alright? Fantastic. If you can find something like this, it's really as rare as hen's teeth. It's hard to find the corner units, and sorry to say, but I did miss out. I actually bought in this building. I did buy, and I bought a large size studio 1-bedroom condominium. But I wasn't able to get the corner unit. I was very close to getting one. I almost closed on one, but I got gazumped. So someone actually paid more than me at the 11th hour, and I missed out on that condominium. So that was a bit of a shame. So I saw this and felt, oh, I love the corner units. So really, really nice. The thing about Shangri-La, it's got wonderful facilities. It's got the pool. It's got steam room. It's got an awesome gym. It's got a footbridge straight across to Shangri-La Hotel, and also Shangri-La Plaza, which is the mall. So it even has a discount card. If you own a condo in Shangri-La or you rent there, you can get a discount card for the mall and get like 10 and 15% off the restaurants there, which is really, really handy. So look, my offer for this would be roughly around 7.5 million peso, which is about 124,000 peso price per square meter, which actually nowadays is not bad for a luxury A-class building. So US dollars, that equates to 142,000. Okay, so that's it today. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching. Look, Really appreciate it if you could please subscribe, like the video, and most importantly, please share the video. It's really important to me. I work really hard on these videos to give you these videos and give you that free local knowledge about the property market, about lifestyle in Asia and that sort of thing. So I do need your support, so please like and share the video. Thanks a lot and have a great night. Bye for now.